Hi, everybody. So, good day. I don't know what it's like where you guys are, but it's kind of gloomy where I'm at. It's kind of bright, but kind of gloomy. Anyway, I'm going to give this a minute, let some people come on. Hopefully, we've got some people interested in hearing a little bit about some oils today. Lots of good uses for oil. So if you're here, please, let me know you're here. Say hello. Write a message in the comment section, and I'll tell you all about what we're going to do. So the other day I made those chiacchiere, those little fried dough strips for carnevale. And everybody kept asking me what oil I was using to fry in, because the recipe's a really easy recipe, but sometimes it's little details that make a difference. So most people know you're not supposed to fry in regular olive oil. There's a low smoke point and it burns very quickly. Also, there's something about it that once you overheat it to a certain temperature, it actually becomes bad for you. Now, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know all the details. I learn what is good and what is not, and then I just go with it instead of always worrying about the details. But then when I need to, I look them up. But anyway, so we don't ever fry in regular full-blown extra virgin olive oil. Absolutely not. That's not a good thing. You can cook with it, but you don't want it to get too hot. So for the chiacchiere that I made the other day, I used sunflower oil. Now, somebody had asked me, because I wrote on the recipe, don't use vegetable oil, don't use corn oil. And I've got reasons why I suggest not to use those oils. Vegetable oil, most of the time, what I've read, because I know it's not good for you, and I know it's very high in unsaturated fats, which makes it very often trans fat. It's just bad for your heart. So, but I look up some things anyway. And the thing is, we know that vegetable oil is most of the time, from what I've looked up, is a lot of soy oil, a lot of soybeans. So when you've got soy and then you've got corn oil, now supposedly corn oil is not so bad for you, but soy and corn are two of our most genetically modified crops, which changes so many of their properties. It's just so bad. So I just completely stay 100% away from vegetable oil and corn oil. Now, they say canola is better for you. I will fry with that sometimes. It has it can take a lot of heat. But again, a lot of times it's not the oil itself, but what's done to the vegetable, the corn, or whatever it is before it actually becomes an oil. Also, some of it has to do with the process that how they extract the oil. So, hi Candy, hi Rita, hi Rusty. Thank you for being here. So there's a couple different ways that they extract oil. So like olive oil, you'll see a lot of times it says cold pressed or expeller pressed. Those are the ways you want to have your oil, because I've seen, when we go to Italy and I've seen the olive oil be made, they've got these big giant metal plates and the olives go between them and they just literally squeeze them down to the seeds, and they're just getting the oil out of the flesh of the olive. So when you have anything that's cold pressed or expeller pressed, that means it's been manually done. So I have this is actually an empty bottle that I won't throw away yet because it has one little drop left in the bottom. This is from Italy. This is extra virgin olive oil. And on the back, it says, where is it? Unicamente mediante procedimenti meccanici, which means it is only, basically it's only processed mechanically, which means it's pressed, which is pretty cool. Now, the other way they get oil out of things like seeds. So here's some sunflower oil. See the difference in the color? It's very light. and very nice for frying, and this is what I used the other day, is sometimes with these seed oils, they use a chemical process. And it's actually, I was going to look up the name of the chemical, but anyway, it's like hexane or hexam, whatever. Anyway, it's a solvent. And so you don't want that kind of an oil, because what happens is then they heat treat it, and then that solvent stuff gets in your oil, and it's bad for you. It's a carcinogen. It causes cancer. So here we're trying to have oils because we think they're healthy for us, but then they're extracting it in a way that is not healthy for us. So sunflower oil can be good for you, or it can be bad for you. So this one here is high oleic expeller press. This is Trader Joe's. Now this one's not organic, but you know, sunflower seeds aren't high on the seriously hardcore, what do you call it, pesticide list. So sometimes you get what you can get, but this is expeller press, which is done in such a better way. So it's a better oil to use. Now, another way that oils become bad for you is if you reuse them too many times. So like, for example, you go somewhere that makes French fries and they use that oil for days and days and days. The more times you heat it up, then you're breaking down the oils, and then they become bad for you. So even at home, sometimes, you know, I'll make something today, I'll use the oil. Like yesterday, I used the same oil for 2 days, and I made some of those kyakere 2 days ago, and then I had some more of the dough, so I made some more yesterday. Heating it up twice isn't going to kill it. Even 3 or 4 times here at home, you know, you're using it for, you know, it took me all of 10 minutes to cook up all those things. So I brought the oil up to a heat for about 10 minutes. I turned it off. To do it at home a few times is not horrible. It's these all day long, these oils at these restaurants or fast food places, you know, they've got the oil on for hours and hours, and they leave it on, and then it's on for days and days. So just make sure that you look for expeller pressed or cold pressed oils. You know, so like I said, this sunflower oil is what I used the other day. It's really nice. It's a light flavor. It has, you know, a high heat point, so you can heat it high and it doesn't, you know, break down. Now, this is my extra virgin olive oil from Trader Joe's. The other day, I only had a certain amount of cash in my pocket, so I got the cheaper one. I actually usually like the one that comes in the dark glass. It's a couple dollars more. No big deal. It's actually worth it. But I needed some oil very quickly, so I got this one. But you can see the difference in the colors even right here. Of course, really, truly, when you buy olive oil, see this is a green bottle, you want olive oil in a darker bottle because it protects it from the light. Light helps it break down. I go through it so quick that one bottle here and there of the clear glass doesn't kill anything. Oh, hi, Jen and Nicoletta. Thank you. So anyway, and hi, Felicia. Good morning. Buongiorno. I'm glad to have people come on here. This makes me excited. But, you know, if you're going to fry something, so that's why I like using the sunflower oil. In Italy, I tend to use a lot of sunflower oil. They use a lot of that over there. They just call it seed oil, olio di semi. So it's just seed oil, but it's mostly sunflowers. And if you see over there the mountains of sunflowers that they have, it's really cool. It's actually really beautiful. Forget cool. It's really gorgeous. So does anybody have any questions about the oils that I'm talking about? Maybe. Well, if you do, I'm glad that people asked this question so that I could come on and give you the answer to this. I don't claim to know it all. I learn about things in my kitchen, and I start to utilize that process. So I know that olive oil is the best. I know that actually the other one I use a lot of is coconut oil. I love my coconut oil. The kids didn't always like the coconut oil because everything tasted like coconut. They now have some that, you know, they triple filter it. So it's not a bad process. It's not a chemical process. They just filter it and it takes out some of the coconutty flavor, which makes it a milder thing. So it doesn't change my Italian stuff to taste like Hawaiian stuff. But hi, Carter. It is a really, really nice oil to fry in, and it's actually really healthy. So same thing with any of these oils, you know, olive oil and coconut oil are two oils that are always squeezed out. They're expeller pressed or cold pressed. Those are actually those are two really, really healthy oils. So anyway, I really encourage you to look up your oils, look up your details, look up the reasons why. And if you don't believe me, because like I said, I'm just a mom sharing my home knowledge, and I do tend to look things up. But I always encourage you look up stuff and really know the difference, because it really when somebody says why not use vegetable oil, to me in my life and in my experience, just knowing to stay away from vegetable oil is a no-brainer. But not everybody grew up the way I did. So I feel like, I'm the mom here, and I'm telling you, what some of these things are and how to do it. And, because I feel like America needs a mom. So, I'm volunteering for the job, and I'm going to be here on a daily basis to keep sharing these things and answering these questions that you guys ask me, so that way you can have the answer too. And if you don't know an answer, or you find something that you disagree with me, I don't care. Look it up. Tell me. Teach me too, because I'm always seeking to learn more. So, and as I learn it, I will share it with you. So I hope you guys have a good day. I'll be back later because there's some other stuff I want to talk about, but it's not about food. It's just about life. And so I'll be here then. Okay. So I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao, ciao.